Today marks the beginning of the 2026 NBA postseason, starting off with the play-in tournament. We've got two pretty good games tonight, so I want to predict them, go over some things in this game, and give you who I think is going to win both of these games. The first game tonight is the Miami Heat visiting the Charlotte Hornets. Now, I've got a few things to note regarding this game and this matchup. First, this season, the Miami Heat went 3-1 versus the Hornets in the regular season. And in the one game that Charlotte won, Bam Adebayo did not play. And adding on to that point, in every single game this season played between these two teams, one of Norman Powell, Tyler Hero, or Bam Adebayo missed every single game. Basically a revolving door of those guys playing and not playing. Another thing to note, surprise, the Miami Heat are the fastest team in the NBA, number one in pace, and one of the best teams in the NBA at forcing turnovers and getting out on the fast break. They're the top, or one of the top two fast break teams in the NBA. And against this team, the Hornets are very turnover prone, and Miami are just so disciplined. They barely turn the ball over. They're number 7 in the NBA in turnovers per game, whereas Charlotte is 25th. In the one game that Charlotte did win this regular season against Miami, they only lost the turnover battle by 1, and in those other 3 games, Miami won the turnover battle by at least 7. Another thing about the Heat, they rely on drives a lot in their offense. They lead the league in drives per game and number 2 in drive points per game, number 1 that's still left in this postseason. Miami, on not many attempts, shoot the 3 very well against the Hornets, and in their 3 wins, Miami shot an average of 45% from 3. But Charlotte this season has shot the ball extremely well, even in those losses to the Miami Heat. The Hornets are also great at attacking the offensive glass, number 2 in the NBA at second chance points per game. Another thing to note, if this game does come down to the last 5 minutes, the Hornets are dead last in clutch field goal percentage. Miami's about league average. Charlotte is bottom 3 in clutch three-point percentage, and in their clutch losses, shot 19% in the last 5 minutes. Miami does not shoot many threes in clutch time, and also neither team turned the ball over very much when it came to clutch time all this season. The Hornets have won 10 out of 28 games that came down to the last 5 minutes. Miami have won 17 out of 33. And just another thing to note, this is going to be a home game for Charlotte. Charlotte at home, they don't shoot too well from the field, and they shoot about league average from 3. And Miami on the road, they shoot about league average from the field and are top 10 in three-point percentage. Now let's talk about the coaching matchup a little bit. Charles Lee, what a phenomenal job he has done this season with the Hornets. He has unlocked a different type of play, a different type of potential that maybe a lot of us didn't see with guys like LaMelo and Brandon Miller and Con Knipple, and has unlocked guys like Ryan Kalkbrenner, who led all rookies by a mile in total blocks and blocks per game. The Hornets are just such a fun team to watch. They have a very entertaining system that Charles Lee has implemented. They shoot a ton of threes, and that's fun to watch for a lot of people, including myself. But the Miami Heat, man, they just are so disciplined. They're well-conditioned. Surprise. Eric Spoelstra, he's one of the greatest coaches of all time, and the preparation that he puts into these games, these big games, these postseason games, and the real-time adjustments he makes, zone defense, man-to-man, he brings everything to the table. And he always has these teams prepared again, especially for games like these. Let's take a look at the injury report for this game. The Charlotte Hornets are fully healthy. No one on the injury report listed for them. The Miami Heat finally get to play this game against the Hornets with Bam, Tyler Hero, and Norman Powell all on the court together. Nikola Jovic and Drew Smith are going to miss this game. Pele Larson is questionable for this one. Here's my prediction for the game. The crowd in Charlotte, I'm sure, is going to be loud and buzzing, no pun intended. It's going to be a fun environment. I don't know when the last time there was a postseason game played in Charlotte. I'm sure it's been quite some time. I don't remember what seed they were when they made the play-in a few years ago. I think they were the 10 seed, so they didn't host. So it's been a minute since there's been a postseason game in Charlotte. It's going to be loud. It's going to be a fun environment. But there's just something about the Heat and advancing in the play-in that just go hand in hand. The Heat are just so defensively and in terms of forcing turnovers and pace, they're just so well built against this Hornets team. I really think this is a nightmare matchup for the Hornets. I really do hate to see them go because they have just become the darling of the NBA since the start of the calendar year. But I just feel like the Heat are going to walk into Charlotte prepared and take care of business against the Charlotte Hornets. I'm going with the Miami Heat to win this game in Charlotte and advance for a chance to play for the 8th seed in the 2026 NBA playoffs. And our second game of the evening will be the number 7 seed Phoenix Suns hosting the number 8 seed Portland Trail Blazers. Now, few things to note for this game. The Phoenix Suns are 2-1 against the Blazers this season, and Devin Booker did not play in the last 2 most recent games between these two teams. The Portland Trail Blazers have not shot the ball well in every game versus the Suns this season. The Blazers are bottom 3 in the NBA in both field goal percentage and three-point percentage, and the Suns are not much better. They shot about league average from 3 and were right down there with the Blazers in terms of field goal percentage. The Blazers are the most turnover-prone team in the NBA this season, and the Suns were about league average. Portland is also dead last among all remaining teams in the postseason in offensive rating. The Blazers were the best team in the league, though, on the offensive glass. They led the league in second chance points per game. The Blazers get to the free throw line a lot, and the Suns just don't. And the Suns, they really just league average in almost every statistical category. I tried to find something that stands out about them, and I just can't. Both teams in the clutch were just about 500 in terms of win percentage. The Suns were slightly better at exactly 500. The Blazers were at 488. And among all teams left, the Suns were bottom 3 in clutch field goal percentage. The Blazers were top 10 in the NBA. The Blazers were 4th in clutch three-point percentage among all teams, and the Suns, with all teams left in this postseason, are bottom 6 among all those teams. The Suns also don't shoot the ball very well at home, but they did win 61% of their games played in Phoenix. Portland on the road was abysmal from the field and from 3 and won 44% of their road games. Some draft implications that go into this game. If the Blazers were to win either this game or if they were to lose the next game, if they were to get into the playoffs, they would lose their first-round pick to the Chicago Bulls. So Bulls fans should definitely keep their eye on these Blazers games. And the coaching matchup, real quick, it has been a weird season coaching-wise for the Blazers, and luckily all the Chauncey Billups stuff happened at the beginning of the season so they could get situated with Tiago Splitter. And from everything I've read, Blazers fans have been very satisfied with what Tiago Splitter has instilled in this team this year. On the other side of things, Jordan Ott has been so impressive with the Suns this year, unlocking a new side of guys like Dillon Brooks and Colin Gillespie. And, of course, Devin Booker has just continued to do typical Devin Booker things. A look at the injury report for Portland. Obviously, Damian Lillard is out still rehabbing that torn Achilles, and Jeremy Grant is listed as questionable due to a calf injury. And for Phoenix, it is all clean except for Grayson Allen being a late addition due to hamstring soreness. Now, here's my prediction for the game and the outcome itself. With Portland not being particularly good on the road, mixed with the Suns being pretty solid at just about everything except for efficiency from the field on a night-to-night basis, I don't anticipate this to be a super entertaining game for the casual viewer. I have loved what the Blazers have done this year, especially Donovan Clingan and Denny playing really great basketball, specifically those two. But the Suns have just found a way to win a lot of these games, and I love what I've seen, obviously, from Devin Booker and the aforementioned Dillon Brooks and Colin Gillespie. Also, Jalen Green has fit in very well with this team. And I just think they're more talented, and I think they're more built for these moments in these games, these playoff environment type of thing. More built for that than Portland. I don't think either team has a chance to beat San Antonio in round 1, but I think the Suns are more capable of stealing a game from the Spurs. So in this game, I am going to pick the Phoenix Suns to win and take the 7th seed to face the San Antonio Spurs in round number 1.